You're up. And then if we've got some time, we'll open it for Q&A. All right, Gigi. You have your ad up. You can share your screen.
Yes, I am working on that. Just pull that up.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So here it is. Can you see it?
I can, yes.
Okay, cool.
So before you dive into it, I'm going to ask you a couple questions just for clarity. So this ad is going to be on Facebook, correct?
This is actually going to be, it's actually an ad. Yeah, it is on Facebook. That's correct. And it'll be like the ad that starts my funnel.
Okay, yeah. So, and then once they click on the thing, where are they going to go?
Okay, so
So this is going to grab their attention. So for people who are maybe not at ads yet, this is going to grab their attention out of the news feed. Okay, they're going to click on it, they're going to read it, and then there's a call to action to do something for you, Gigi, because I like to talk about congruency. Where do they go next?
Um, I believe it's like the lead magnet that
Okay.
I've created.
Okay.
It gives them a free month trial for
Okay.
my dance classes.
Okay. And the dance classes are to help them do what specifically?
And the dance classes are to help them to get back into shape, get fit, while at the same time having fun in an environment, in a virtual environment where they can learn cool dance moves and
Okay.
have cardio workout, with a lot of beats and rhythms and all kinds of cool movements.
Good
So,
times. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for that. Because again, you guys, when you're thinking about anything that you do, you need to think about the purpose of it and where it's going. Okay. If this was just to not be an ad, let's say on Facebook, and it was just a post, okay, to have somebody DM Gigi about this really cool thing, she could do it that way as well. So long as you're clear on where they're going and what they're going to get out of it. Because reverse engineering, especially an ad. Thank you, Gigi. So they're going to get back in shape, get fit, have fun in a digital online community. So let's talk about your copy then. What questions specifically do you have about it?
okay, so I'm wanting to make sure that it's true flows
Okay.
and that the structure and the format looks good,
Okay.
that it sounds like something that would grab the attention of my target market,
Okay.
people that I'm looking for here on the top here, dancers, non-dancers of all bodies and levels, and they're just interested in that fun outlet, to get back into shape.
So is this for women and men, Gigi, or just women, just men? Who's it for?
Well, this is for men and women. This is both. It's like physically active dancers and non-dancers uh, too, because we have different levels
Mm-hmm.
um, in within the same class.
Okay.
And we just show them like the steps, and then they can choose, like, if they want, like, I do demonstration of level 1, here's level 2 to really um you know take it up a notch, and then things
Sure.
like that then. So
So, so one refinement that I might recommend um, for your target market
hmm
is specifically who. Okay, so physically active and non-dancers, that's kind of contradictory. And if it's specifically a fun outlet to get back into fit while learning some hip dance moves and a complete body workout, that tells me that The people who are going to want to do this like dancing of some sort. They may think that they suck at it, but they, the tunes come on and they just can't help but, hit in a groove, right?
Yeah.
So, what I might recommend is you think about narrowing down your target market just a little bit more so that it really speaks to those people. Does that make sense, Gigi?
Hmm. Can you give me some context on that?
Yeah, so physically active dancers and non dancers, to me, um, I know some people, okay? I know some people who love dancing, and I know some people who are just like, I can't. I just can't. Okay, when it comes to dancing, like they would rather just go push weights. They would rather, do chin ups and push ups and I'm talking about women as well, okay, who don't want to do the whole dance, shake your booty thing. That's not for them. So
Mm-hmm.
specifically, if you're marketing a urban beats group where they're going to learn how to get into shape, have fit and fun in a virtual environment, and it's all about dancing, specifically speaking to people who enjoy dancing and they want to use dancing as a method to get fit while having fun,
Mm-hmm.
would probably be a more effective fit than physically active dancers and non-dancers specifically as far as languaging goes. Does that help?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
that makes sense.
because then those are your people that you're talking to, right? If you talk to people who love dancing and they want to use it as in a way to get fit and have fun, or they simply just want to have fun and get fit and they love music, okay, those would be more effective than the non-dancers phrasing specifically. So
Okay.
however
So
you want.
non. Okay. So how like non-dancers just sounds awkward.
It's it's honestly it's counterintuitive to what you want them to do. You're asking non-dancers to subscribe to a dancing program.
I see what you mean. Yeah, they have to have that interest
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
already.
Yep.
You can't like force them to, get up and dance, just like any sport
Yep.
too.
People don't like
Okay.
basketball, and you're asking them to subscribe to something for basketball. They're not going to subscribe to basketball unless there's
Yeah.
something else they're going to get out of it. So for you specifically, I would just encourage you to get a little bit more specific on who this is for so that this ad will actually bring in the people that are looking to have fit and get fun in a virtual dance environment.
Okay. And then with that in mind,
Mm-hmm.
revise my copy.
Yes. So there, you've got some great pieces here. Your attention grabber, I would encourage you to, again, make it more specific and intriguing. So it turns out investing in expensive equipment and exercise videos didn't work for me, but here's what did. That's not very compelling, okay? If you're talking,
Mhm.
depending on who you're talking to. So what things might be intriguing? What happened for you when you signed up for dance fitness classes? How come you got certified as a UGM fitness instructor?
For me, I attended the um, summer dance camp,
Okay.
and I just got hooked on it because I've been dancing since I was 5 years old, and so um, I've also as a my background is a ballroom dance instructor, and then just like my dance trainer,
Mm-hmm.
who used to be my our director for our hip hop dance team
Okay.
back in my town, my small town
Mm-hmm.
here. Well, he moved away, and then I just never thought I'd come across him again. And then on Facebook, all of a sudden, he popped it. He popped in there, and it was like, "Hey, come join the summer dance camp." And I'm like, "Sure," because this was during the pandemic. So
Yep.
when I went and started taking the classes, I enjoyed it so much. And he's like, "Hey, Gigi, you want to become an instructor? I'm training some instructors, for
Okay.
this." And
So
so then I did.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's something really cool. Okay, you had a really awesome experience. If you are using this as a funnel to get people into a dance class, you've got to speak to them. Okay, so it's not necessarily about investing in expensive equipment. but turns out I could dance my way back to a size 6. Okay, so depending on who you're talking, like what is the thing that's going to draw them in? How come they want to join a virtual dance environment? You've got to
Well,
be
for
able
me,
to.
I like lost 10 pounds. So
Is shaking your booty 10 pounds lighter just a dream? Turns out it doesn't have to be. Okay, something that's going to speak to that target market, what their problem is, and what they're wanting. Does this make sense, Gigi?
yeah, yeah, it
Okay,
does.
and then your story. Your story does fit, but it's got to come from the perspective of who it is, what are their problems, and what are they wanting, and specifically as it relates to getting fit, having fun in a virtual dance environment. You're going to want to talk to people who actually like dance, whether that's the people who get crazy drunk and they just make a fool of themselves on the floor and they're like, I love it so much, but I only do it in my room, right? Don't want anybody else to see it. Whatever it may be, you've got to be more specific on who it is so that you can actually attract them. And if it's about women losing, 10 pounds, but, hate the gym and hate lifting heavy equipment and want a fun way to do it, right? Then that might be for the dance as well. But again, I think that your target market needs to be tightened up first before your story will actually connect to them.
Okay.
Okay, because your weight, like you're weighing yourself on the scale, like all of that part of it, I think is great. But the top part and connecting with them, and then also like the setup for how come doing dance and doing that next step is kind of the big piece right here before the flow is gonna really connect with them.
Okay.
Questions about that,
And,
Gigi?
yeah. Should I focus on one benefit than rather than like the weight loss, and having fun while you know actually losing weight,
You,
um, and not
oh,
just like everything else like that comes with it.
yep. So much like we chat about with any other target market, what's the main problem? Okay, what are they struggling with and what do they want? That's at the core of anything. Okay, Lululemon started out, okay, and their clientele has grown now, but when they started, they had one product. Amazon, right, started out selling books, and now it has tons of stuff. So picking your one focus to start with and testing that out is effective.
Okay. Yeah,
That
narrowing
question?
it down.
Specificity. Specificity. Okay, Gigi.
Yeah.
Next steps for
Okay.
you on this?
Well, I had this copy, and then when I submitted it to AI, then it made a totally different copy that just didn't sound like me. So I decided to stick with this one. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping that this sounds good because it was actually written by me and sounds like me.
And again, it's just your hook in, and I think it's just because you're not specific enough on who this is for, so that your story really connects with them. You're a lifelong dancer. Okay, you're somebody who loves dance. You're not a non-dancer. Fair?
Yeah, yeah, that totally makes sense. I'm gonna take that out now that I understand. Like,
Okay.
it's not working, not
Awesome.
working for me.
Okay. Thank you, Gigi.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me see if I can
So,
stop my share here. There we go.
all right. Okay, just one quick pass through again. Rolene.